Hello, everyone. It's Chaz. It's the West Ham Irons channel. We're discussing David Moyes. Do we stick? Do we play it safe? Do we just say things to please other fans and be a little bit afraid in our shell and not kind of think outside the box, not be ambitious? Or do we twist, like I've been saying for a while now, and also learning in life when it's good to change things and not carry on the same way? It's a bit like you've been in a job 5, 10, 15, 20 years and you think you're doing a good thing. But if you take that risk, if you make that move, you could get promoted. You could be earning more money when you go into that new job rather than just keep doing the same thing and being safe. With me, with David Moyes, what I'm saying is that I was one of the only people on the channels who's saying support him and back him. But now I understand, and I keep banging on about it. The last 4 games have been not too bad, 3-4 wins in a row. But you all know deep inside your hearts and your football brains, when you look into your head, there's something not quite right. We are just bobbing along, and yeah, if you look at the results, I mean, go back to the Villa game, very poor in-game management by David Moyes, poor use of the new players, substitutions, putting 5 people at the back, another 2, 3, 4 holding players ahead of them against a very poor Villa team that had a goal disallowed. We somehow, through a 4-0 deflection, won 1-0, right? Nottingham Forest, who we know now to be the worst team in the league, yeah, they beat us. Rice taking a penalty, absolutely mayhem, no organisation, 1 or 2 players trying to, take the penalty. That means no one even knew what they were doing. Loads of missed chances. We lose that game. Fulham go 1-0 down, and then we wake up and, get back into it and win 3-1, all good. Europa, top of the league, but some of the games have been a little bit up and down, and sometimes it's been difficult to tell whether we're actually part of the Denmark League, are we, example, or the Sweden League, that kind of thing. Southampton, again, alongside Forest and Villa, one of the worst teams in the league, coming to the match, 4 defeats in a row. Look at the lineup, showing no ambition, putting 4 or 5 people behind the ball again at the back, playing 5 across the back, another 2, 3 centre, holding players. It's just frustrating, and it's always reactive. It's never proactive. It's always showing no ambition. It's always been an afraid. David Moyes, when he's had two okay good seasons behind him, I don't know what he's afraid of. The transfer market's been up and down. If you look at the signings of Vlasic, the loan signing of Krau, it's been shocking. If you look at the players' forms from last year, people like Bowen, people like Kofal, people like Souček, the development of Johnson, Areola, what the hell's going on with him? There's so many question marks. So many youngsters are leaving. Ashby's going to go. Perkins is gone. 1 or 2 others have already gone as well. It's the same formation that we play all the time, with sometimes a wing back thrown in now and again. We're not really going anywhere on an upward curve. We're just going backwards and stagnant. And that's after signing, 170, 180 million pound worth of players. But even then, listen, I know Emerson is a good squad player at best. He's not going to be a regular, right? And is that what David Moyes wanted? Kehrer, he cannot defend in a flat back 4. So what is he, a right back? Even then he gets himself into trouble. The man just cannot defend in the middle of the pitch, in the middle of the centre backs. I don't know what's going to happen with that signing. So it's 1 or 2 questions like that. Downs, this was the perfect game to bring him in. He's had 1 or 2 really good starts. Southampton, not top 5, top 6. Great game to bring him in with Declan Rice. He does not start him. He doesn't even come on in the last 20 minutes, right? Ben Rama, I know for all the faults he has, for all the up and downs, inconsistency, but great goal in middle of the week. And what better way to put your arm around him and make him start? playing alongside Paqueta, get downs in there, make Southampton worry and think about us, not the other way around. He's going in there playing 3 centre-backs, or is it 5 full-backs across the back, right? And then another 2 holding players in front of that. It's just inviting them onto you. They took the lead. Great goal by Rice to make it 1-1, but we should have really put the points, on the board. We're just not ruthless enough to be top 6 team anymore, I don't think. All the games we play, it's a typical mid-table clash. We're very open at the back, even with having so many defenders there. Southampton willy-nilly were coming at us with plenty of shots, and admittedly, we had plenty of shots as well, right? But the defense is poor. We're very open at the back. Don't seem to have any really good in-game management, no real good change of tactics. It's the same all the time. Mind-boggling substitution sometimes. I mean, Antonio coming on with 3 minutes to go when, if you really want to change and win something, bring him on when Benrahma came on with about 20 minutes to go. Let's go for it. Show a bit of ambition. This is what the West Ham Football Club's about. We play like we're traditionally at home when we're away as well. We should just go for it. This is the DNA of the football club that we all know and love and followed for many years. And for me, it's time to get rid. It's time to thank him, shake his hand, and let's look at people like Unai and Marie. Let's look at Poch and 1 or 2 others. These are younger managers, good tacticians, much respected in the footballing world, reasonably good records behind them. Let's bring him in. Okay, Poch, you say he hasn't won anything. Emery, you can't say that, right? He's won a lot of trophies. His contract's coming to an end. He's got Premiership experience. A bit harsh the way Arsenal got rid of him. Didn't really back him in the window, the way they back the manager at the moment. So for me, you've got to be brave, right? You've got to be brave. And if we're not brave, it's going to be 12th, 13th, 10th, 9th, something like that. And you might say, listen, Jazz, it's much more better than what it used to be. But is that really the ambitions of moving to London Stadium, that we're just comfortable? You can't judge the previous 20 years where we've been shocking in terms of being like a yardstick to measure the future performance against. Look at our neighbours, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, right? Even Fulham this season, right? We've got to go for top 4, top 5, top 6 all the time, right? And at the moment, yeah, we're 11th, 12th, pussyfooting, losing to Forest, scraping win over Villa, drawing at Southampton. It's just not good enough, right? We've got Liverpool coming up, got Newcastle, I think, coming up soon as well. Newcastle are 4th to 5th at the moment. It's safe to say they've overtaken us now in terms of stature, money, manager. I mean, that's a manager who he's not really spent that much, but whatever he spent, it's been clever, great tactics, very hard to play against, nick goals, good structure, every player said that we've improved under him. With David Moyes, it's been a mixture of hit the ground running when he first come, got a bit of luck with Souček and Kafal and Bowen, but since then they have not really improved. They've gone down in form. It's been the same tactics. No real youngsters have come through the door. And Scamacca at 35 million. Paqueta looks all right, but does he look like a 50 million pound player? I don't know. Let's give it time. Could we have spent the money better? I don't know. It's just all over. It's just the backroom team doesn't look that strong anymore. Piercy's gone. Nolan, set pieces have gone. Worst corner takers in the league. Worst free. It's just all over the place at the moment. And if you're happy to just bobble along and finish 10th, 11th, 12th, 9th, whatever, after spending 180 million, that's fine. It'll only be a matter of time before, Rice moves on. And then I don't know what you guys are going to think about it then. But for me, I think it's a reasonably good squad. I don't know nothing about Agard, and I can't judge Paqueta anyway. It's a long way to go. Scamacca for sure. You've seen it. The boy is very, very good. There's no issue about him. Emerson, don't think that's a good signing. Kera doesn't really improve us long term. So there's a lot of questions going back to last summer's dealings, this summer's dealings, tactics, in-game management, youth coming through. I'm not sure. The quality of the football's been very, very average. A lot of people who go there, they're just falling asleep. It's just, For me, when you got players like Poch in the market, you've got Emery who, but yeah, contracts running out. You've got to look ambitious and be ruthless enough to go out there and just go a little bit level above. You said it in the past. People, Ranieri won the league with Leicester. They sacked him the following season early because they didn't want to just rest on their laurels and just keep him for life because he's won the league, because they could have, right? Spurs very ruthlessly got rid of the guy who used to manage Wolves, didn't he? Got rid of him in November and got Conte in because he's available, right? You've got to make the decision what's right for your club. But I don't know what you guys think. For me, I think when you look at it all, it's just bobbling along in a very unfashionable, very boring manner. I don't know what we're going to do this season, but we certainly are not. We're not as good as top four, top five, top six. You got Newcastle in there, and we're just not consistent enough, I think. And the performances are all over the place. I think Areola's got to be coming in and put quite a 50 million. Yeah, we've got to see a bit more out of him. It's a bit up and down with him. Ben Rama, what's the future? You're going to keep taking him out, putting him in, taking him out, putting him in. God knows. Kafal, bit all over the place really this season. Souček, the games just go by. We don't even know what he's doing. Dawson, if you're going to keep messing about with him, it's difficult to keep getting motivated. He's on a good level at the moment. Confident, bring him in, but he's just not doing it. So for me, this show, David Moyes, do we stick or twist? Let's be brave. Let's be really ambitious. And hopefully the Czech guy, the new investor, Kretensky, is thinking the same, that he's not sure. Have we really improved on last season, having spent so much money? Are the players that have been out of form last season, have they really turned the corner? I mean, Bowen was very, very quiet the weekend, Souček, nothing's happening there. Kufal, very poor defending all over the place, running around like a headless chicken. Fabianski's past. He's getting old now. Bring Areola and he doesn't do it. Ben Rama, is he really going to develop and grow into the player that he thinks he can be, the player that we think he could be under David Moyes? I don't think so. Antonio's 31. I mean, listen, next window, we've got to buy a striker. Why don't we go in for another cheap striker? We cannot, when Scamacca's not playing or something goes wrong with him, we can't just chuck Bowen and Antonio up there. It's not the solution, right? We can't put Ben Johnson in the back, left back, right back. He doesn't even know where he plays game to game. That's not how you control a youngster. There's so many issues. The style of football, it's just getting a bit drab. I mean, if we were that tough, we got rid of Sam because the fans wanted it, even though the league positions were okay under him and he brought us up, then why can't we do it now? For me, it's just not exciting. It's boring. And there's too many question marks over David Moyes, I think, for it to carry on and certainly improve on what he's done. And that's what it's all about. You can't just keep saying, give him time, give him time. It's 2 years, we've done all right. And then, you forget what it's like before. Well, that's up to you. If you don't want to be brave and you want to just keep quiet at the back, I mean, I look at a lot of the interviews with fans and some of them are coming out with like, what the hell's going on? But, you've got to be brave. I'm going to be brave on the show and I'm going to say I want him out. I want him out because there is a time to change things and it's dragged on for a bit. Okay, we've won 4 in a row, 2 are in Europa, 2 in the league. That's fine. Wolves and Fulham 1-0, 1-0. Sorry, 3-1, 1-0. But that Southampton result again, it's just like it's one step forward, 2 steps back. I'm really not sure what he's trying to do. What was the thinking behind bringing players in? Are they really developing? Do you see a clear pattern with Paqueta? Our finishing's all over the place. I don't know. Game to game, is Fornal's going to come back in now? Is Ben Rama going to be dropped now again till Europa? Then he scores and then he comes on and he's dropped again. Scamacca, I mean, you can't just keep playing him every game. And we need to get a second striker that can fill in for him, with the Blackburn League Cup game coming in and things like that. And also, subs have got to come on. If you're drawing or you're kind of, actually, whatever you're doing in the game, winning, losing and drawing, you got to make your subs up at least 65, 60 minutes. There's 5 substitutions you can make. He's not doing anything. It's just really odd. And worryingly, again, with some of the signings, I'm a bit worried about Kehrer Emerson, development of Areola, development of Dawson, apart from Europa, youngsters. I don't know, mate. There's too many question marks for me. I'm just not excited anymore. I sit there watching it, but it's just half the team are the ones that are turning up. You got Rice in there. Zuma's when he's playing is all right, even though he doesn't seem to be something's wrong with him. I don't know what it is, an injury or something. Skamaka's all right. Paqueta's all right in pockets. Bowen's kind of missed it. So there's only 3-4 players that are kind of doing okay game to game. And I mean, look at the league table. What, we're joint 10th, about 11th, 12th. Is that what you guys want end of the season? Let me know. I mean, okay, we matched Tottenham. It was 1-1, but since then, Tottenham. I mean, the way their manager used Basuma in that last game, it's amazing bringing him on at the right time, winning 2-0, swapping it around. Not for me. Not for me. I mean, for me, David, thank you. Well done. Hopefully you get a good job, but we really got to be more ambitious and more cutthroat, I think, for me. But if you want to play it safe and the football's okay, you're happy with it, you're happy with the development of all the players, you're happy with the improvement that out of form players last season are showing this season, you're happy with the tactics, the one-touch football that isn't there, in-game management, if you're right with subs coming on after 2 minutes to go, it's up to you. It's up to you. Yep, it's a free world. Do whatever you think. But for me on this channel, I would swap David Moyes and bring in Pochettino or Unai Emery for me. That would be really exciting. Big name managers, and hopefully we get that 5, 10, 15% we need to play better football, get more out of everyone, including the youngsters, build up the academy, improve the training facilities if we can. If there's pressure from people like Poch, Unai Emery, perhaps David's not really interested. He's older than all two of these together. So a lot of things are in there, and naturally you get a nice little pickup with a new manager. It's kind of freshman of ideas, refreshing everything. There's a new voice, a new backroom team. Sooner or later, the players are going to get tired of the same message, same formation, same predictable lineup, same predictable subs. Even it must be easy for the opposition managers to look at us and think how we're going to set up, what we're going to do in game management. For me, it's boring. It's just, yeah. Show some ambition, Mr. West Ham United, Sullivan, Gold, and Kretinsky, and like you did well in the summer with the money spent. Let's go out there and get a big manager. I mean, Mourinho, Conte at Spurs, we never thought that would ever happen. Let's think the same. Let's go for it, mate. Let's put the effort in. That's all you can hope for, and we'll be all kind of better for it. I think if you never tried it, if you're just going to stick, for me, it's just playing safe. It's playing comfortable. Is that really what West Ham was about when we left Upton Park? Not for me. I want to win things. I want to shake up the big boys. And I want to go back to the level of October when we beat Liverpool 3-2. The football was great. Everyone was on form. We beat all the big boys. It's been all downhill since then. And I don't know we're ever going to reach those levels under David, but that's me. But anyway, you have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the box. I will be replying to all of them. I know I've been a bit busy last couple of shows, but we'll be going back last 2, 3, 4 shows and commenting on each comment. And also, please keep subscribing. There's so many of you who are watching. 60-70% of you are watching but not subscribing. Let's hit 2,000 subs. Let's do it in the next couple of months, and I'll keep bringing you more and more shows, and I will be doing hopefully every other day. I know I've not been doing too much lately, but I will be back on there like I was in the summer with that. All the juicy transfer window shows are done. So God bless. Have a great evening. Come on, you Irons. Come on the West Ham board. Thank you to David Moyes. Let's bring in a big name manager with better way of playing football, better coaching, better tactics, better development. Let's get in there. Take care.